Hey, all you Sand Run Travel travelers, it's March. Can you believe it? Reg, we made it through February.
And the year is slipping by just as quick as it can. Well, a few months ago we were talking about our trip coming up for February, and here that trip is come and gone, and it's time to look forward to something else.
Yep, and we'll tell you all a little bit about that trip coming up uh, when we get to it. But by the way, I just wanted to let you all know my home studio here is giving me a little trouble with backgrounds this month, so we're gonna go with the old flat green screen behind me. Reg has got the nice Sand Run Travel logo up behind him, so somebody's got their video working right. Anyway, to this month, we're going to cover a couple of casino questions for you. Noticed these the other day, and they're questions that I know we get every now and then, especially the first one. Well, first one and the last one. Should I tip the dealers? Uh, Reg, what's your thoughts on that?
Well, I think that you're going to have to tip the dealers eventually, just because uh, you really want the dealers on your side, and sometimes good karma is good karma.
I kind of go along in my table games. I really don't know what you do on slots because you don't have a dealer, but on my table games, the card games, I generally feel if they're giving you a good time, if you're enjoying yourself, regardless of whether you're winning or losing, give them something along the ways. I've seen folks tip quite a bit, and then I've seen folks not tip at all. And I think most of it essentially revolves around, are they doing a nice job for you? Obviously, if you win more, you should tip more, I think. But if they give you a
Absolutely.
good time and you enjoy yourself, that's their job. So go ahead
Well,
and give them a little kick.
the way they tip in craps usually is they will put a bet out for the dealer.
Oh, really?
And that's how you tip them. Or when you leave the table, you may throw a couple of dollars on the table for the dealers.
Well,
So
actually, a lot of times on blackjack, which is of course my game, and I know I've played some three card poker. They that's the same thing you do on those. You put a little tip out. Hopefully, the bets for the dealer, and you're going to win that particular hand. I have my own method. I store up little extras anytime a dealer gives me a blackjack, and at the end of the night, that's generally what I base my tip on. Uh, but there's all kinds of ways I want to make sure any dealer who shows me a good time and I enjoy myself gets a little extra when I leave.
yeah, because dealers they really don't get paid all that much to do the job they do,
Yeah.
and when you see what the dealers have to put up with on the crap table, you really wonder how do they keep all of that stuff in their mind, in their head, all at one time.
I can understand that. Now, based on the fact that you're tipping, we hope you're winning. And the next question is one that almost every year we hear it around January or February. Are your are your winnings taxable? And they are, whether you like it or not. Excuse me. Gambling winnings are taxable. Now, gambling losses aren't deductible other than as they would apply towards gambling winnings.
Mm.
So, if you have a big win on land based casinos, big win being at least one time over $600, I used to think maybe over 1,000. The casinos will typically withhold some taxes on you when they pay you.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, But in essence, that's part of the reason you want to keep track of your losses. And, if you play the lottery, those are losses most of the time. But keep track of stuff. And at the end of the year, if you get some 1099s from a casino, Reach out to that casino. Most of them will be able to provide you a one loss statement because they do keep track of your losses as well as your winnings. And so maybe you won't have to report all of the gambling winnings. You'll have some deductions or expenses and losses that go against them.
Yeah, well, and now with the new sports book betting,
Oh,
they
that's
also keep
true.
track of your winnings and losses in your accounts. So, if you're doing it at sports book betting online, you need to kind of pay attention to that one also.
Yeah, I never thought of that, but yeah, I do a little bit. I don't do a lot of sports betting, but they're probably doing the same thing and keeping track of them so they can give you a report at the end of the year. I know I get things in the email from the casinos that we do go to on a regular basis, and they say if you need your year end summary, just let us know. We'll print it out and send it to you.
Hmm.
The last one's a little bit more complicated. Should I use a betting system? I think everybody has their own way of betting, and I've seen more superstitions, including my own, uh, in the casino of how to bet. I was talking to Reg. We were talking about it. I'm not sure any of them do any better than what's called a flat bet system. Uh, they may make you feel better along the way, but when you run the simulations, one against the other, it turns out that if your game, your dealer is hot for you, in other words, cold for the house, some kind of progressive betting system usually wins. But guess what? When the dealers are cold, it usually loses more than the flat bet. So it
Absolutely.
is really about an emotional thing. And Redwood, tell us about what you think about it for craps, because that was kind
Uh,
of
yeah,
entertaining.
yeah. Like I said, craps itself is a complicated game enough trying to keep track of where you have bets at, where bets are going in and out of, and you start trying to throw a system in on top of that with all the activity going on that table. I think a betting system more often than not is going to just get you confused.
Yeah. I can tell you that I tried a couple of betting systems on roulette that I found that actually made some sense. And I played one, and it's a very, very small sample, but I played it on a cruise one time, and I took $50 and I followed this system, and I think I played for an hour and won $10. It was
Okay.
I was able to at least play. Roulette has been one of those things that's always kind of buffaloed me on how to read the odds, and it at least made me enjoy the game. And I guess that's what the systems are all about.
Mhm.
If they increase your enjoyment of the game you're playing, go ahead.
By all means,
Other,
do it. Right.
yeah,
If you're the minute you stop having fun, get up and go do something else.
yeah. And if they happen to work that day, wonderful. Like I said, most of the time when I run the simulations and I see simulations against each other, flat bets generally fare over the long run almost the same. But that's up to you. They don't improve the odds on anything. The only one that might do that is the one where you double your bet after each bet. But that needs large pockets, large bankroll, and
Hmm.
high table maximums, which
Right.
are very interesting, very difficult to find the combination.
Right. I think the only person that the betting system worked for is the person that develops it and sells it to you.
You're probably right. All right. With those three questions taken care of, we wanted to talk a little bit about our Panama Canal cruise. Um, it was quite frankly, the number one thing on it is I don't know about Reg, but going through the canal, standing on a ship, watching the locks do their thing was absolutely fascinating.
It really was amazing to watch how the locks open and close, watching the ships and these are not small ships that were going through these locks.
No. Did
Uh,
you see the one we have the nose line? It looked like it couldn't have an inch of clearance on each side.
right. Yeah, some of them, and that is part of the reason that they did just widen the canal,
Yeah,
because the
yeah,
ships are getting so big that they were only having an inch or two on each side of clearance in a whole lot of cases.
yeah, yeah. Now, as far as the ship goes, we were on the Carnival Pride, one of the smaller ships in the Carnival fleet. I don't think it's the smallest, but quite frankly, for this elder statesman, it may have been one of the most fun cruises that I've had on the ship. I was saying I could walk from the back to the front and not kill myself, which was extremely entertaining and enjoyable.
Yeah, and the decor of the ship, being that it was one of the older, smaller ships, the decor was just outstanding.
Yeah,
Everywhere you go, there was something interesting to just stop and gaze at.
yeah. Now I would say if you're with children looking for a family type cruise, it may not have all the activities that are you might see on the newer ships, especially for the children. But for us older folks, I thought it was outstanding. The food, that was maybe the best food and entertainment I've seen on any of the Carnival ships in the last 4 or 5 years. I don't know about
Yeah,
you.
the food and entertainment was really spectacular. It was definitely on point. There was, and it didn't matter which restaurant you went to. Uh,
No,
all of it was good.
yeah, yeah. It was well worth being on the Pride. It's actually one of the ships. If I was looking for a ship to particularly do a tour, do a cruise on, I might look for the Pride. I generally look for our cruises to go by itinerary, not by what the ship is. But if I were looking for a ship that I just wanted myself to get on, I would highly recommend the Pride.
Yeah, and I had just taken a trip on the Celebration,
Yeah, that's
which is
right.
the largest ship in their fleet, and the comparison between that ship and the Pride. Yes, the Celebration has a lot of things going on. There's a lot of activities, especially for the kids with the roller coasters and things like
Yeah,
that. But as far as the intimacy of being on a cruise and spending time with someone you care about, really the Pride actually fits a lot better for something like that.
great, great thoughts on those, Reg. Now we switch to another cruise line right now. And before I unabashedly mark it for San Juan Travel, no, I'm not going to be before it. I am going to. Uh, our summer cruise is starting to pick up some steam. And if you're a gambler, get a hold of us. We may be able to get you a free cruise. You never know. It depends on your offers of other locations. But that goes out July 16th. It's a 5 day cruise on Virgin Voyages, which has become an interesting alternative for us. One we absolutely love. It. This particular cruise goes to Cozumel, actually Playa del Carmen, and then over to Bimini for a day on the phenomenal beach that Virgin has in Bimini. So if
Yeah,
you're
the
interested in
beach,
getting
the,
away
the
from, yeah,
beach, yeah, the beach club on Bimini is something to be seen
yeah,
for sure.
we have several folks who just absolutely love beaches, and they're going to really enjoy themselves on this cruise. But what we really wanted to get to is, and we haven't done a lot of discussion on this. We have a cruise going out with Virgin in October 22nd to November 5th. We leave out of Athens, Greece, and it ends up in Dubai with stops in Egypt and a couple of the Greek islands. But what we found out over the last week if this sounds like a bucket list trip that you have always wanted to do, as it was with Reg and I, we may be the only people right now that have a available space that we can put you on that. We have a balcony called a sea terrace that is available. And from what Virgin tells me, that ship, other than that cabin, is totally sold out. So if this sounds like something you've always wanted to do, San Run Travel is the maybe the only place you can get it. So give us a call.
And you know, the bucket list trips are hard to come by. This one just kind of fell into our lap, and it is looking like it's going to be a phenomenal tour. Things are coming together. We're finding some really good activities to do while we're in Athens and looking into Dubai. So we are just truly looking forward to October getting here and getting over and getting onto this brand new ship that doesn't go into water until I believe May.
I think you're right. I think it's May. Yeah, it's not even in the water yet. Yeah, well, it's probably in the water. It's just not
Yeah,
commissioned to go yet.
doesn't sail until May, I don't
Yeah.
believe.
No, I don't think it does.
So you
So
know,
yeah, I wanted to let all of you know we'll be doing something on Facebook and probably some of our email marketing to make you aware of it. But if it sounds like something you've always wanted to do, don't delay. Don't delay. You may get too old to do it.
yeah, don't miss out on this one. You know, life is way too short to miss out on these opportunities.
Yep. Yep. That's actually how this one got started between Reg and I. So anyway, that's our news for this month. Now we're going to give a $25 gift certificate away to number 96 that watched us last month. Who's that, Reg?
And number 96 is Nashay Witten. Nashay, get in touch with us. We will get you your $25 gift certificate, which you can use on any Sand Run travel tour, whether it be a cruise or a destination vacation. You're able to take that certificate and use it as part of your fare on wherever we're going.
And we'd love to see you join us, Nashay. All right, Reg, that's it. All you folks have a great month of March. Spring's on its way. The sun's out. I can hardly believe it. It's just looking like we're going to have a great 2023.
Well, you know, we plan our winter vacation in February because by February we're usually tired of the snow. And usually by the time we get back, the snow is about ready to leave. The sun is about ready to get started coming out. The flowers are starting to grow. The birds are starting to chirp. And the travel season is starting to kick up. And we're looking forward to all the things that Sand Run has in store for us for the year. And this year is no different. Our winter vacation was fantastic going through the canal and getting into Costa Rica. We're looking forward to our cruise for next February, and we're looking at a Caribbean cruise. Which will be done in February of next year. If you're interested, please get in touch with us. We'll give you a little bit more information on where we're going and what we might be doing. And you can get signed up to kick your winter off with the same things that we're doing.
Yep. And we would be remiss if we didn't say we do have a few rooms left for our Mother's Day bus trip to Niagara Falls. It's our annual trip to Seneca, Niagara, and we will be stopping at 3 wineries and including the tastings at those wineries for you. So if
So
you want to get out, want to take mom, want to send mom, that's available right now.
yeah, so if you want to do something different for mom, either send her to the casino and let her win some money, or let her go to the wineries and sip a few.
Yep,
Either way, she'll have a great time.
she will. That's it for me, Reg. You got any party comments?
Take care of yourselves, stay safe, and we hope that you come join us sometime this year.
Absolutely. Bye bye now. We'll see you again, hopefully sooner, but at least we'll see something in April. Bye bye.
Take care.